Welcome to the pit and this Age of Empires forecasted game featuring two of the very best players in Age of Empires 4 right now. We've got Louis MT spawning in the southwest corner of the map in green, playing as the Rus. He's going to be going up against the player that is actually now ranked #1 in the Age of Empires 4 ranked ladder. It's Lucifron playing in yellow as the Holy Roman Empire. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the pit. A fantastic civilization matchup. The Rus are looking so strong at the moment. They are looking to be one of, I think, really the best civilization in Age of Empires 4 in the current patch. They're so strong. They've got lots of things going for them. And, well, one of the things going for them at the moment is these deer packs. It looks like Leo AMT has found his first deer pack, getting the nice juicy bounty in under his belt. And that will be a strong eco boost for him for sure in this Dark Age. The Holy Roman Empire, speaking of eco boosts, these guys have the Prelate, which actually boosts the gathering speed of their villages by 40%. It's incredibly strong. You know, the HRE are no slouches in terms of civilizations, especially with Lucifron, the ranked #1 player on the ladder right now. We shall see what he can come up with, what strategies he will employ in this match against the Rus. He needs to find an answer to this Rus cavalry that often come charging in and do so much damage. We'll have to see how this one pans out. We're in the, almost 2 minutes. We can see the hunting cabin was already up and running. Lucifron opting to take a sheep there as well to gather that food nice and quickly. And the hunting cabin, a nice structure for the Rus, getting that gold income. He's getting wheelbarrow as well, nice and early. So Louis MT, he is confident he will get the gold that he needs to age up in terms of bounty. And, well, he almost, I think he queued up wheelbarrow and then thought about it. He's actually unqueued it up, thinking, oh, maybe I won't get enough bounty. And he's probably quite right. Only 279 bounty. It's actually quite difficult these days for the Rus to get a Dark Age wheelbarrow. It's something they used to do very commonly, but because they now don't get bounty for taking sheep, kind of can't really do that so easily anymore. Although he is going to get 2 wolves here, so possibly could just about squeeze it in. We shall see if he queues it up now. In any case, he'll be looking to go to the next stage. Now, it's got to be the Kremlin. That is the landmark at the moment that is just so strong for the Rus. Now, this landmark, not only is it a defensive structure, it also acts as a wooden fortress, so it returns 20% more wood. And the sphere of influence that this has is incredible. I think it actually even covers this wood line, so you can see it's a lot of tiles away, but it will cover it. The other benefit is the fact that it can levy militia. You can get levy militia every 1 minute to the capital town center. It can be a really strong push. If you save up those tickets, cash them in at a pivotal time in the match, they can really pack a punch. See the Archon Chapel, the landmark of choice for Lucifron on the front line, is going to be covering the gold and the stone. It's a bit of a precarious spawn for him, has to be said. Having the gold front like that is not really what you want as the Holy Roman Empire. This might force him into a 2-town center play to act as a static defense and also boost that economy. Now, fast castle can often be a thing for Holy Roman Empire, but when you have a gold like this so far forward, it's a little bit tricky, and I don't think it's going to be possible for him today. Does have a deer pack here and berries that he can put a town center to. He might also put a town center on the berries and the wood line at the back, just to secure a nice, safe wood line. We'll have to see. Holy Roman Empire could be met up with a 2-town center Rus build. The Rus do sometimes go 2-town centers themselves. I would be surprised if he does, though. Probably looking to be a bit more aggressive. You don't want the Holy Roman Empire economy to be left unchecked, untampered with, unpressured, and I suspect Louis MT will get a knight or two to be harassed. And that's exactly what it's going to do. He's going to drop a stable. He's actually rushing it up with 5 villagers. He is in no messing about mode. He is going to go straight forward and try and harass. And that could be a bad thing for Lucifron. He's actually going to go for stone, but by the time he has enough stone and wood for the 2nd town center, he might be contending up against a knight. I mean, we talked about how the Kremlin's range is incredible. It actually covers that, and that landmark, the lumber camp rather, is going to be boosted up by that Kremlin. There's such a huge range on this landmark. It's pretty strong. I think it's a bit busted, to be honest. Holy moly. In any case, Lucifron will have the stone he wants pretty soon, but the question is does he have a barracks? He's going to need to spend wood on a barracks to be able to defend himself, unless he wants to potentially take some losses, because I think he's going to be a bit late on the 2nd town centers, reaching the 5-minute mark, and he doesn't quite yet have the stone he needs. He needs 350 stone. We hear the stable noises producing the early night. Early night is already across the field, halfway, and he's going to Uh-oh. This is not looking good for Lucifer. 2 scouts there for Louis MT. Knows exactly where the villagers are going. He gets the town center structured down. The foundations. Taking the scholar there as well just to... Or the prelate just to heal up. But there are scouts and a knight charging in. And this is going to be bad for Lucifer. The prelate is looking to heal up the units. The villager. Going to lose 1. Probably going to lose up to 3 villagers in total, I suspect. We'll have to see how bad the damage is. He's already 2 villagers, 3 villagers behind. Loses a second. Does he lose a third? I think he just about gets it. And then he's going to run away there, Louis MT, with his units, because he's not going to be able to deny anymore. The town center goes up. And what a free pickings there for Louis MT. Took away 3 villagers. And he is rocking and rolling. And we can see the power of having an early, stable harassment for the Rus. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Louis MT at the back of this does go for a second town center. In fact, we can see that he is. He's already going to be mining stone. He's going to be getting the town center on the deer pack. I like what we see. So this is a very interesting, nice build to actually learn from for the Rus. Going for a stable 1 early night and then opting for the second town center himself. In a really nice spot getting the deer pack. He's ahead on villagers. Now bear in mind though the 40% gathering speed boost by the prelate is super strong. So that will be narrowing down that eco kind of deficit a little bit in terms of villager count. But, you know, damage has been done. So it's a really good start for the Rus. You know, the civilization is incredibly strong as it is. And that's certainly going to help their situation. Hope you guys have been enjoying the castle game. It's a bit of a return to Age of Empires 4 for me. And, yeah, I'd love to hear your thoughts about how you feel Age of Empires is at the moment. What kind of state you feel the game is. Are you playing it? What do you enjoy watching the most? What kind of maps? Let me know. It'd be nice to engage with you guys again in the comment section below. And, you know, we can talk all things Age of Empires 4. The prelate coming in to heal up that scout. Looks like Lucifer trying to get that outpost down, but he's going to lose a villager in the process. There are actually 2 early nights now, I think it is. Yeah, 2 early nights. Going to get another villager. 6 villagers down here, Lucifer. This is not a good start for him. Loses the... Oh no, I thought almost for a second there he lost the prelate. That would have been a disaster, but 6 villagers down is a really strong opening. Now he does commit to the barracks. Probably better late than never, I guess, but I think Louis MT will be... You know, he needs to be careful not to lose this knight, because there's not much left on this guy. 7 HP. But with the second town center of his own, 29 villagers to 25, it is looking like a very good start for the Rus. Let's take a look at the Kremlin as well. It's actually conjured up 3 tickets. Now, the reason why this landmark is so strong, guys, is because the militia really start to build up in numbers. So he's going to be able to spawn 2 per ticket. He's got 3 tickets, that's 6 militia. And those 6 militia will only cost... well, he's actually got 4 now, so 8 militia. That will only actually cost 160 food. That is an absolute bargain. 8 units for 180 food. You can't get much cheaper than that. And whilst they do have a limited lifespan, the real utility, the real benefit for the militia is if you're going to take a really decisive fight, you're going to take a big push, or you're being pushed really heavily and you need something desperately to defend, these guys can just make all the difference. We're sitting at 8 units here, for not for free, but very cheap at the moment. Give it another couple of minutes and we'll be looking at 16. And, you know, 16 units on the field at the, you know, the push of a button is super strong. Speaking of strong, well, we do see the Holy Roman Empire, the economy looking a bit stronger than it once was. I'm pretty surprised. I think there's a bit of an oversight here. I think Lucifer's kind of messed this up a little bit. Not having the prelate garrison inside the Ark and Chapel, although he does have one now. He just, yeah, okay, fair enough. It was just a bit too quick to the punch. But he did train a second prelate, because I was just going to say, you know, these villagers here weren't actually being boosted. He had the prelate here boosting up the gold villagers, but now he does have both town centers covered, so that's good. And that would be nice for him, for sure. I'd like to see the prelate here on this side, actually, because he's missing out on villagers on the berries. A little bit unnecessarily there. In any case, he's probably got his attentions on other things and macroing behind his civilizations bonuses here. Looking about the bonuses, well, Lucifer looks like he's going to go to the castle age. He's gathering that food. He's sitting at almost 800, and he's got 380 gold. Now, I would be surprised if he doesn't go for the Burger of Palace, because, of course, he could go for the relics and the Regnitz Cathedral. But the trouble is for Lucifer is that I'm sure he knows that he's behind. Because he's behind on villages and economy, he needs to put some pressure. He can't just try and match Louis MT right now on eco, because he just can't match it. He is already 6 villages behind. I mean, to be fair, their 40% boost for the prelate will add into things a little bit. But it's looking rough. He won't want to risk the Russ's timing push hitting him too hard, because the Rus will pile on pressure. The early pressure that was placed by the Rus was not really pressure, it's just minor harassment, only 2 early knights. They just got so much value. The real push for the Rus comes in at about sort of the 11-12 minute mark, if they are looking to the castle age or if they're looking for feudal age pushes. Feudal age pushes is probably around the 11, sort of 12-13 minute mark, and so we should be expecting Lucifron to be under a bit of pressure, with LouMT actually kind of going forward with a couple of archers and knights. And I think, you know, Lucifron kind of senses things. He's got his blacksmith up and running. Might be looking to get some upgrades, but he's going to get his Burgher Palace first. Now, with the 2-town centre, 43 villages, he should be able to maintain a pretty decent production from the Burgher Palace, so that's quite a thing to bear in mind. It does have a barracks as well, so it's equivalent of 6 barracks. That's pretty heavy on the infantry. It would be nice to see LouMT maybe invest in some mangonels in the castle age. He's not really considering castle age at this point. Looks like he's going to go pretty heavy on the feudal age. You might even go all in the feudal age at this point. Knowing that Lucifron has gone to the castle age, he might just produce a bunch of knights and continue with the archers to try and harass. Good thing for the Rus as well is that whilst the Holy Roman Empire are great at getting to the castle age and they have man-at-arms, well, the knights for the Rus can really pack a punch. Even being only in the feudal age, they can still do a great job against man-at-arms. It does look indeed like it's going to be man-at-arms for Lucifron. Here come villagers on the south for LouMT, maybe looking to get berries. He's got a hunting cabin, he is indeed. What do we see here? There's a boar there that could potentially be taken. Would be across the map though, so I'm not so sure LouMT will go for that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Diving in the town centre, nice. Going to be harassing villagers on berries. The berries do... oh, he does pick off one. He does pick off a villager on berries. Quite a nice snipe there. Lucifron targeting the archers with the town centre fire, but another villager goes down. 10 villagers. LouMT sniping a lot of the villagers, and it comes down to the knights. They're being able to duck and dive and raid so strong. But now we see a bit of a pushback with these man-at-arms for Lucifron. But don't forget, they can... Oh wait, is there a boar there? Holy smokes, okay, there's a boar there for LouMT. I didn't actually see that, it was kind of hiding with the berries. But we'll have a look at the Kremlin now. 8 tickets, that's 16 militia for very cheap. We do hear some relics being picked up. The question is, who's picking them up? It's going to be Lucifron with the prelates. This is nice play by LouMT. He's kind of dragged in the infantry away. Well, I say nice play, but it's kind of got caught there a little bit. The knight is very weak. He drags them out though. Of course, he can dictate the tempo of the fight, having that mobility. Oh, there's a hunting camp in there for LouMT. He's actually going to go for the boar on the opposite side, and it comes down to the fact that the army for the Rus is so mobile, and Lucifron's army is just static with the infantry. He's going to pick up a second relic, but this isn't so strong. The fact that the Rus can get away with this because of the mobility of the units. Oh, Wallalo coming off, but he doesn't quite manage it. Prelate does get sniped. But yeah, I mean, LouMT is keeping Lucifron's army so occupied back at home. He can be super greedy and take his opponent's boar and berries. The spawn is really fortunate as well. Being able to just get both with one hunting cabin. Bit of a dream spawn. But yeah, we can see LouMT really not thinking about castle age. He's going to go full feudal age. He's got 35 military to 17. Okay, we might just see the end of the game very soon, because if we see this being used, the Kremlin gremlins, if they come out, that's going to be an extra 18 units. I mean, 18 units is literally how much Lucifron has in his army right now. And so that could be overpowering. Lucifron, I don't think he's ready to deal with this. He invested a lot in the castle age. He had to try and get that tech up, and whilst he does have a lot of man-at-arms, which will do nicely against the archers, trouble is the knights are in large numbers, doesn't quite have enough spears. He takes the engagement, takes the fight. This could be a bad one though for Lucifron. I think LouMT backs away from this though. He doesn't want to dive in underneath the outpost and the town centre for now, at least. And he might be thinking about castle age before he dives too far forward, but he definitely has the ascendancy. Look at the villager count at the moment. He's killed 14 and has only lost 1 villager. I don't even know when that happened, but apparently it did. He's now got 10 tickets. That's 20 military units. That's actually more than Lucifron has in his whole army right now. The archer's heading forward, maybe looking to snipe the prelate. He might just get it. Looks like he's going to try and snipe the spears. The trouble here for Lucifron, he doesn't have enough spears. If the spears don't build up in numbers, those knights will just charge in, and he might just take a fight against the man-at-arms. Looks like he's going to do it anyway. He's going to dive underneath the town centre. The man-at-arms aren't able to push this back enough. Knights diving in. Archers on the back line. He's diving right underneath the outpost, despite a relic in there as well. Louis-MT just keeping the army for Lucifer back at home. Lucifer not able to do any damage of his own, and the economy here for Louis-MT rather, completely untouched. Completely booming away, taking 2 boars. And this is the mobility of the Rus. Such a strong civilization at the moment. Looks like Lucifer struggling to find the answers that he needs. But maybe a bit of a respite, as I say that. Louis-MT coming in with his knights around the edge. And Lucifer could be caught unstuck if he doesn't see this. He will see it because of the positioning of the monastery. Will he react? He is bringing his military there. The knights might just dive in though. And he does. Takes a charge attack, takes the scout out. The vision is gone now for Lucifer in terms of meaningful vision. The buildings don't give you that much vision. And he's actually going to split the army quite nicely, pulling the infantry away. Okay, well, Lucifer spots this. It does take out 1 villager, but a nice use of the wooden fortress to protect those villagers. Still 2 villagers they're going to have to try and run away with it, but you know, he's been up the ball, so it's paid for itself already. But 77 villagers to 57, a 20 villager lead. There is the castle age there for Louis-MT. This is going to be bad for Lucifer. Look at the military numbers. It's pretty even, but the thing is, Lucifer has the early knights that are going to be converting into veteran or just regular knights, castle age knights. That'll counter the man-at-arms. Looking bad here for Lucifer. Going to go to the front gold vein, and that mobility of the knights means he's got map control, walling up the middle, securing the gold vein, trying to wall them in. This could be a clutch play by Lucifer. He does wall them in, at least forces them around a path, but he loses villagers in the process. Actually, I'm not sure that was that great in the end. Lucifer losing even more villagers, lost 20 villagers. The knights just get out of there. The mobility is so key here. And again, the villagers are taking the ball. A little bit of harassment, but doesn't feel like it's enough at this point. Louis-MT building up the military numbers, spamming those units. 47 military to 26. Going to go down for a forward siege workshop. I think he might be looking to just take one final fight here, potentially. How many tickets does he... Oh, okay, he has no tickets because he's just spent them all. He's got 22 militia heading forward. Louis-MT smells blood. He wants to take a decisive fight, and that is huge. He's going to build a siege workshop in behind that. Looking to take the sacred site, but bit ambitious, bit ambitious. Man-at-Arms going to dive in. Uh-oh, Lucifer has to engage. He's going to engage against the militia. The militia are huge numbers, 22 of them, almost equaling the number of Lucifer's main army. The militia are getting involved. Lucifer possibly doesn't need to take this fight because he can't afford to with the militia. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. There's the GG. Lucifer's army dwindles. The Rus have done it again. The Kremlin is looking so strong.